What's good looking people? My name is Jess and welcome to my channel. As you guys are read from the title, I will be talking about the first day of my trip to Jamaica. So, the first day we did a lot of traveling and stuff. We started out in Atlanta, Georgia, and we packed and everything, and then we went to the airport. The airport, was you know busy, and there was a lot of people there. So we went to the airport, and then went through. Because when you're going to like another country, you have to go through customs, as well as TSA. Yes, so as I was saying, so when you are going out of the country, you have to go through this thing called customs as well as TSA. So basically, if you've ever been to the airport, you know that you have to go through TSA. If you are staying in your own country, you would have to go through TSA. And TSA is basically this area where you have to where these different security people and police officers, they come in and they have to check like their carry-ons and stuff, just to make sure they're not bringing things that they're not supposed to have, like weapons and all that stuff. So just to make sure that everyone's in the clear and they don't bring certain things that they're not supposed to have. So on this trip, we not only went through TSA, but we also went through this thing called customs. And basically, custom is another thing that you have to go through in order for you to be able to go to another country. So we went through on customs. It was pretty new for me in that sense, because it's been a while since I had to go through something like that, so I didn't really know what to really expect. Um, because the last few times I went to the airport, we just went through just TSA and nothing else. But this time around, because when you're going to another country, that's what you have to do, is customs and stuff. So after we went through all of that stuff, we were able to go to our gate. And so we took the train, and it took us to our gate, and so we were able to go to our gate. And then after we went to our gate, we got to um go on the plane. And as we were going to Jamaica, it was a 2 hour flight, and it was pretty smooth from what I can remember, pretty smooth. And then we got there, and then after we got to Jamaica, we had to go through another thing called customs again. So after that, we had to go through customs. And so we went through that, and apparently, because we weren't told that we had to do some paperwork, signing stuff. We had to do some paperwork. A lot of the people on the plane had to do some paperwork, signing stuff, and before they can go through to customs, because they wouldn't let you go through without filling out a form stating that you're gonna be in this country for this amount of days and stuff. So because of that reason, we had to fill out a form, and we weren't aware of that, information. So we didn't, a lot of people on our plane that we were on, didn't get the information that was needed for us to be able to do it beforehand. And so we got there and we had to fill it all out. And then later on, we were able to get to customs, and then once we got to customs, we were able to do everything else that we needed to do. And yeah, so after we got to customs and we got our little ticket, that states that we're gonna be here in Jamaica for this amount of days and stuff like that. We were able to get that ticket, and then we were able to move forward through the next stage, which was to be able to get a to taxi or a bus or a cab, whatever the case is, to be able to get to our resort that we were going to. And the resort that we were going to for this first half of the trip was Azul. In Yeah, it was Azul, and so we stayed there. Yeah, it was a pretty nice place. So it took us about an hour and 30 minutes, according to the tour guide that we had. He told us, oh, it's gonna take an hour and 30 minutes, and he gave us a little tour of different places along the way as we were getting to our resort. So it was a little, tour after coming out of, the airport in Jamaica. So after we did all of that, then eventually it started to rain. Because he mentioned, our tour guide mentioned, oh, it's gonna rain. It rains like 2 hours, throughout the day. And then he also mentioned how the time zone is different. So here in America, depending on where you live in America, it's um would be whatever time that it is now in America right now. It's actually an hour um behind in Jamaica. So it was hard to get accustomed to that throughout the week for me to know, oh, okay, we're an hour behind. And so it was really interesting being in that, environment and the time difference and stuff like that. And so after we got our little tour, we were able to get to the resort. And the whole process of, being able to get into our room and do all of the different stuff took a really long time, but eventually we were able to get into our room. And the cool thing about, that specific hotel um, in Azul, we got to see different pools. There was different pools everywhere. Like every single hotel slot had their own pool and jacuzzi and stuff like that, and it was pretty cool. And then nearby, if you wanted to, you can go to the beach and do stuff there. So it was really nice to see that as we were going to our room. And the room and everything was pretty nice. We got to have a nice. We had a nice view, but from time to time it rained. But other than that, that's what happened. And yeah, so basically that's everything so far from what happened on the first day. um I mean, so far on that day we didn't really do a whole lot on the first day. We did go to I think we went to a restaurant or something. Yeah, we went to some restaurant. I don't remember the name, but we went to some restaurant or tried to go to some restaurant, but it didn't really work out. And I think we did room service or something, but we did something and we had some dinner. So it was pretty good. And yeah, so everything that happened that day, traveling to Jamaica and being there that first day. And yeah, so that's just the beginning of the trip and everything that took place that day. Nothing too nothing too serious happened that day, except the pool to me was like the highlight during the time we were there at that Pacific hotel. Um, but there was different hotel like slots, I guess you want to say, that was there in the whole resort. But the cool thing about it was they had pools in between the different hotels, and so it was cool to be able to pass by and see the different pools as you were going to your hotel room and stuff. So it was really cool to see that. So yeah, um, so that's everything the first day, and yeah, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.